Hi Cancer, welcome back to the Warrior's Journey Tarot. This is your Valentine's Day reading. I am going to do a reading for February 14th and only February 14th. I was considering doing 13th to 15th or 14th and 15th, but then I thought it'll get too confusing because everybody really wants to know what's going down on the 14th. So this reading is going to be a Celtic cross with the Romantic Tarot, and I'm going to clarify the Romance Angels. It is for any Cancerians who've got things going on, okay, who need to know what's going on for Valentine's Day. You know, for those people who are not staying home and being a hermit like myself. So I'd like to, you know, give an exciting reading for those people who have things going on. All right, let's see. This is the Romantic Tarot from Lo Scarabeo. I am going to pull a Celtic cross for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Already we've got the Six of Cups, a reunion. On the bottom, Seven of Cups, lots of options. Kid in a candy store. All right. Let's keep going. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, February 14th, 2019, Valentine's Day. What's going on for Cancer on Valentine's Day, please? What is going on for Cancer on Valentine's Day? Can we please get a positive reading for those who have something going on? That's it. Okay. Okay. Death. Excellent. On the bottom, Three of Pentacles. So you got Three of Pentacles, and you see this man. He's got his shirt off. He looks strong, and he's, you know, showing how he's going to break those chains, or I don't know, whatever he's doing to show his feat of strength. And he's got his hat out, and there's coins being collected, and there's ladies in the background watching and giggling because he's strong and attractive. So Three of Pentacles, traditionally it speaks to artistic talents, speaks to success, recognition, shows a craftsman working in a church, getting collaborating with other people who are members of the church. So it could be collaborations, working with people. It can also speak to, in love and romance, aside from, you know, showing what you're made of, this kind of, it could speak to third-party situations. So having more than one person. The situation here, though, we see is a Major Arcana card. It's a Fate card on February 14th. And this is death. Okay, the ending, karmic ending to something. Now, to what? Let's find out. Ten of Pentacles is the challenge. Okay. Consciously, we've got the High Priestess. Beautiful. Subconscious, we've got the King of Pentacles. Recent past, we've got Seven of Cups. Oh, Seven of Swords. Recent future, we've got Five of Wands. You right now, Ace of Wands. Around you, Six of Wands. Hopes and fears, Four of Cups, outcome Tower. Holy moly. Okay. Something big is going on. Some kind of awakening that you're going to have, because there's death and the Tower popping up all in one day. These are two Major Arcana cards for Valentine's Day. Now, there's a special guidebook to the Romantic Tarot, and I'm going to keep that with me as well, just because, you know, sometimes they like to add their little, you know, 2 cents on these definitions as well. So with the Death card here, it's the ending, karmic ending of some karmic cycle. So it could be a relationship that's recently ended. So you see this woman here, and she looks like she's mourning, right? And she's at the tombstone of whoever her loved one is that's passed away. I just want to make sure you guys can see this. Yeah, it's not bad. Not great, not bad. We'll work on the lighting later. Please work with us here. All right. So you got this woman here, and basically, you know, she's just kind of a you know, been through some traumatic ordeal. So it doesn't look like a person who's ready to open up and get on with another relationship, because there's someone who's just, she's wearing all black. She's still fixated on a past relationship that ended. It's supposed to be over. It's not something you're supposed to revisit, but it's challenged by this Ten of Pentacles. This Ten of Pentacles card, okay, this card is a little bit saucy, but these cards, but you know, whatever. Ten of Pentacles, it speaks to commitment, lineage, legacy, marriage, deep roots, grandkids, children, all those types of things. So you have you in the situation, not even really emotionally able to go there. You're still fixated, you're still mourning something that ended. But then you've got the Ten of Pentacles as your challenge, which is a fantastic opportunity that you're not able to embrace because you're still in the mourning process with this Death card. I'll read the Ten of Pentacles to you. It says, an amorous trap. You mustn't miss that appointment. Do not tighten the laces of fortune too tight and let your heart take over. Abandon yourself and don't ask questions. Relationships. Okay? So this is something where it's going, this Ten of Pentacles, it's saying it's an opportunity and an appointment not to be missed. So whatever opportunity comes up on Valentine's Day, Cancer, whether you be in this mourning kind of phase or not, it's saying this is a fantastic opportunity. The problem is you're stuck on the past and you're not seeing it. It's saying don't miss this chance. Because Ten of Pentacles is the completion of the Pentacles. It's deep roots, commitment, legacy. It's love, family, tribe, community, all of that. Commitment. It's a big, big deal. And that's offering itself here. And there's you unable to kind of be opened up to that, right? So let's see where this goes. Consciously, day to day, you've got the High Priestess. Number 2, it's a major arcana card. Do you have any other? You have 3 major arcana in a day. All right. So where your mind is at, this is a fake card, major arcana. Okay, the situation, where your mind is at, consciously, and your outcome, all fake cards. High Priestess. Let's talk about the High Priestess. This is someone who's a wise woman, and she's able to see into the world of spirit. Someone who has deep knowing, psychic, intuitive abilities. She's got the book here, and that just represents knowledge and wisdom, among other things I'm not going to get into. But when you see the High Priestess card, it's consciously, it tells you, you already know what you're supposed to do. You already know what you should do. You know it's fate, and you know what you're supposed to do. The High Priestess is also the keeper of secrets, right? So when you see this card, it could be that you are keeping something a secret right now, or you are empowered by a secret right now, feeling empowered by knowing this secret, looking into that book, having the wisdom, having the knowledge, having the psychic and intuitive gut kind of, instinct to know what's right and what you should be doing. Okay, look how even the clothing changes. Doesn't the woman in the Death card look like the High Priestess, right? The feathers, all of that, the hat, the dress. It looks like the same person, except consciously is like vibrant blue, beautiful, sitting on a throne, as opposed to mourning. Looking into their own intuitive psychic abilities and knowing what the right thing it is to do. Okay, that's the conscious here. I'm going to read you the High Priestess in this as well. It's very short. The Grand Lady. Secrets fuel the fire from under the ash. Knowing is having, because those who know never have doubts. Wisdom. All right. Now the subconscious, you got King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles, this is your hidden feelings, and see it's crowned by 10 of Pentacles. This is like that moon energy. This is the, when you go to sleep, all your dreams and all your subconscious coming up, rising up to the, surface and manifesting through your dreams. And this is the King of Pentacles energy. The King of Pentacles is someone who's a benevolent, kind, generous person, great family member, great business partner, great husband, great father. All these types of energies. A mature person, established, wise, and a ruler of a kingdom. Because it's the King of Pentacles. And the Pentacles, the material world, it's speaking to deep roots. This is not something where it's just about having a certain profession or being a certain type of, having a certain role in life. No, the King of Pentacles is about roots, tribe, community, caring, about more than just yourself and just your family, but for the greater picture at large. Okay, someone who is a nurturer, a patriarch, whereas the Queen of Pentacles would be the matriarch. So the King of Pentacles, in love and romance though, that's not really their main priority. When they look for romance, they're looking for someone who's going to fit appropriately into their kingdom. Someone who's going to be a good fit because they have responsibilities as their priorities first to their kingdom. So also in King of Pentacles, when you approach love, sometimes you miss out on a few things because you have so many stipulations, so many things that a person has to fit into that it's difficult to find someone. Okay, so sometimes you miss out on chances as well. So I'll read you King of Pentacles. It says, the solitary aristocrat. You will find what you are looking for when you lose it. You will have all the money in the world, but love will find you naked. Interests. So in the foundation here, it's saying, doesn't matter how wealthy you are, how much responsibility, whatever your kingdom's about, when you finally do fall in love, love will find you naked of all of your wealth, your kingdom, all that, those types of things. And it's crowned by the 10 of Pentacles, which is amazing because 10 of Pentacles is the completion from 1 to 10. It's the completion of the Pentacles. King of Pentacles is the mastery of that. There's the completion and the mastery here. You've got a crowning, but this is coming as a challenge. But it's saying you already know what you're supposed to do. Okay. In the recent past, you have 7 of Swords. Now, this card is hilarious. 7 of Swords. You see this table here. It's empty. No one's there except for this one woman. And there's a naked ice figure of a woman who's, looking seductive, and it's melting. This card cracked me up when I first saw it because it resonated with me because I went somewhere and I saw people trying to do something and pull moves. And then I was just having fun, and I went back later. I didn't go back later, and I just found out that this type of scenario had happened and I missed it. Basically, it's speaking to 7 of Swords is like this courtesan here, and she had grand plans to, make a trap for someone, but they didn't show up. So 7 of Swords, I'll read it to you. It says, the courtesan. It was all ready, thought out, and organized to the smallest details. Something prevented the beautiful folly from breaking free. Deception. Okay? So 7 of Swords, traditionally in the tarot, is about a shaky start. When you leave a sad situation, it's about initially starting over and how it's hard to try again, okay, and wobbly legs, and finding firm, solid ground, and building a solid foundation, and trying and failing, and all those kind of the uglies of trying to get back on track again and start fresh. It also speaks to deception. 7 of Swords also speaks to stealing away of another's power, doing something sneaky, something that, the other person is aware of, but they're keeping tabs on and they haven't done anything yet. They haven't made a move yet. But they're going to wait till they catch you red-handed to make a move and to, call you out. So in the recent past, there was 7 of Swords. Somebody trying to lay an amorous trap here, kind of, everything all set up, planned, all the details made, and someone didn't show up. Either you didn't show up, or they didn't show up, or whatever it is. So, in the recent future, we got 5 of Wands. Here it shows 5 of Wands as competing interests. You see all these ladies here, And there's a gentleman here with flowers behind his, holding flowers behind his back. And it looks like, you know, this person is receptive. Five of Wands traditionally speaks to inner conflict and outer conflict and fighting and competing interests. Here in love, they decided to depict it as competing interests. Now, Five of Wands, I'm going to break it all down. Five of Wands is about, sometimes they'll show five people all looking the same, fighting each other. Shows inner conflict like self-doubt, insecurity, second-guessing yourself, thinking you're not enough. It also speaks to outer conflict, where show five different people fighting with wands in hand, speaking to people not agreeing, petty fights, lots of, you know, pettiness and arguing, and then it leads to competing interests, competition. So in this card, they've depicted it as there's many people who are trying to vie for this person's attention. And this person's decided to give their attention to this person with flowers in hand. So it seems to be sincere, but you can see in the picture, this lady over here, she's keeping an eye. They're all supposed to be dancing. They're all supposed to be having a good time performing, but they're performing. Yeah, the only person not performing is this one. She just left the dance and she's sitting down, she's chilling, and she's talking to the person. But the thing is, she also has a rose in hand already, right? And one on her lap. And he's got different flowers there on behind his back. So it looks like she's already got suitors that want to, you know, approach. And he's approaching as well. These other ladies who are supposed to be doing their dance and performing, they're all keeping an eye somehow. Which is kind of funny the way they depicted it, because it looks like, you know, how people try to pretend. Just like this vibe here with the Seven of Swords, this kind of setup, you know what I mean, of trying to pretend you're not looking, pretend you're not interested, but everybody's trying to peacock around and show what they're made of, right, to get that attention. So we got Five of Wands. Let me read Five of Wands. It says, a marriage of interests. The heart plays and laughs only when it finds its mate. The solitary path brings no joy, only fatigue, conflict. Okay, there it goes. And that's sweet, though. They've put a nice spin on Five of Wands. Generally speaking, Five of Wands, you see it, you're like, oh, God. In love and romance, they focus on the competing interests, and they've spun it in a nice way with this deck. So I'm glad I chose to read you the definition from this tiny little guidebook here. Now, you right now, Ace of Wands. It's a very passionate card. This is for Valentine's Day. You on Valentine's Day. Ace of Wands. You can see this is a very sexy card here because it's got the wand and it's got this, like, you know, ladies garter or whatever. What's it called? I forget. Anyways, hanging off of it. Ace of Wands speaks to, just on its own in regular tarot, passion. A passionate new start, a passionate new interest. The beginning of something, the seed that grows and manifests all creativity, and the completion of the wands. Fire male energy. Okay, do I have to be more descriptive than that? So, right now, somebody is excited to go out and get some action, to make a move. Inspired. It's an inspired card as well. I'll read you Ace of Wands. As the walking stick. There is no return from the voyage you are taking. The dream fairies have opened their wings and are ready to fly with you. News. Yes, it is news as well. Ace of Wands. It's an opportunity to manifest something. An opportunity for inspiration, for something, a new venture, something creative, something new to begin. New. It's also speaking to new life, new creation. Around you, you've got Six of Wands. Six of Wands is coming home to victory. It's success. It's a rite of passage. Okay, so this is the energy surrounding you. And it could speak to Six of Wands like graduation, a raise, you know, something where you're being recognized and celebrated. Not everybody would be happy for you, though. That's a caution with the Six of Wands as well. And it also speaks to not being overly confident, because there is this little bit of a, you know, when you're flying high, not to fly too high where you let your head get too big and fly away from you, basically. Six of Wands is speaking to, it says, the gift. You are not born to live inside a prison. Soon the bars will open, and then you will have what you have always desired. Communicate. Okay. Here you'll see the Six of Wands. And there's a bird in a cage. And this woman is holding this bird. And it looks like it's about to be released. Like that's what she's planning to do, I'm guessing. Unless she wants to take her bird for a stroll in the water. It speaks to kind of a liberating feeling and a feeling of freedom as well. Freedom because you've been victorious in something, you've won at something. But generally it's a very good omen, it's a very positive card. And that's the energy surrounding you, or that's the energy that you are of someone near you, okay? And then you've got your hopes and fears is Four of Cups. Four of Cups is when you're so stuck on something that's ended or something in the past that you don't see a new opportunity being offered to you. Here they've depicted it with a woman with a cat in her lap, and she's wearing a mask. Whenever there's some kind of hidden feelings or people pretending to be what they're not, you see someone wearing a mask. This woman is wearing a mask. Her dress is white. You know, she's got some beautiful, gown on. He looks sincere. This would be the Ace of Cups that wants to be offered. But she still has a mask on. So Four of Cups in your hopes and fears would be that you don't want to miss out on an opportunity because you're focusing on the past. Okay? I'll read you Four of Cups. And honestly, it's good for me too, because I like to, I do peek at this every once in a while, but it's nice to see what someone else writes about these cards. Okay, so Four of Cups, what you're hoping and fearing, it says the betrothed. Just one more tile, the last one, and the great mosaic will be complete. One last effort, and the door to pleasure will open. Boredom. Okay, so your hopes and fears, you can take that for you as it resonates. So, being bored. Yeah, Four of Cups is definitely about being bored. Sometimes feeling like you're not interested and you detach and, being on autopilot because things haven't been going so great, and so you feel like you're just emotionally numb. So this is in your hopes and fears. I don't think anybody's hoping for that. It looks more like a fear. Possibly that your love, your advance, your interest won't be reciprocated because the other person has no idea what's going on. Or that the reverse, which is you are going to miss out on an opportunity because you can't seem to get over the past. Now, I used both because of this death card here where it looks like someone is still mourning. Okay, over something that's already ended. And the outcome, you got Tower. So basically what that says is, which is the exciting thing is, for Valentine's Day, whatever you may want, whatever you feel, there's a major fate card of the Tower happening in the outcome. And it's kind of exciting because, when you look at Valentine's readings and stuff, a lot of it, when you see the free will, you're like, yeah, whatever, energy's fluid, it changes all the time. But that's a fate card at the end, and that's something that's going to rock your world. Like, look at this. Tower, thunderbolts coming down, and the tower is breaking into a million pieces, falling to the ground. Sometimes you'll see people falling to their death. Why am I excited about that? Well, because in the outcome, it's saying whatever energy you've been in, and we know what energy it's been the death card. Mourning, right? Saying it's the end to that. The Tower is speaking to something that's going to bring whatever you think about something down to, crumbly rubble. Whatever way of thinking, it's an ending to an old way of thinking. Now, it also has other connotations of danger or, somebody flipping the, hell out, or a big fight, all these types of things as well. But as a fate card, generally speaking, I try to take it in a more spiritually evolved way of what does this Tower card mean? It means the crumbling of an old way of being, right? And if it's not been so great, then the Tower is kind of a welcome energy sometimes, right? So we'll read Tower here, and this is a fake card. For the outcome for Valentine's, it says the collapse. When hearts soar quickly on high, they know what they are risking. Catastrophe awaits the irrational and the ambitious. Breakdowns. So there it is. Saying the warning here is the collapse. When you go into something too quickly, jumping and diving into something too quickly, when hearts soar quickly on high, they know what they are risking. Catastrophe awaits the irrational and the ambitious. So as long as, you're not irrational and you're not doing this from a point of ambition, whoever you're, this, you could read deeper into this when you look at that. It's speaking to whoever you're pursuing, as long as it's genuinely because you're interested in them, it's all good. But if you're doing this because of some kind of ambitious goal, or because of, if you behave irrationally, that's what's going to happen. Breakdowns. Now, if you're above board, it's the breaking down of an old way of being, which is a positive thing. Now, let's take a peek at the bottom of the deck. Three of Pentacles. I'll read you Three of Pentacles. Did I read it? I don't even know. The Wanderer. Something powerful governs thoughts and even instincts. It is useless to resist when love has the force of love. Artistic expression. All right. Then take a peek at the bottom. Two of Wands. That's wanting more. And it looks like, these people, it could speak to, like, for some of you, it could be two wands, like two guys. You guys are in a committed relationship. Could be something along those lines. Could also speak to Two of Wands is wanting more. But let me read Two of Wands. Love at the Opera, Garnier. Mold the clay of passion in your own form and give it to someone. The breath of love will bring it to life. Ambition. Okay, ambition. Excellent. So that's not... If there is ambition underlying this, and that's for some kind of goal, that's a Tower moment that's going to happen. Two of Wands generally speaks to wanting more. Wanting more, wanting what? This. Looks like the world. The whole package. Right? Ace of Swords. Communicating. Communicating and speaking and telling what you think, but it's also speaking to cutting off what no longer serves you. Also speaks to being careful with how you communicate, because you don't want to cut off things that you need. Four of Swords, the endless waltz. These people, 2 steps back, 1 step forward, 2 steps back, 1 step forward. It goes on forever. Nothing ever happening. Queen of Swords. Single mother vibe, single woman, established. And when you approach her, it has to be with logic and, with positive intentions. And be above board. Otherwise, it ain't gonna happen. And then the Hermit. Could be a Virgo. But this Hermit card, look at how sweet it is in the Romantic Tarot. This is why I like this deck. Look at this. He's got this, lamp there. And he's got a picture of the person that his sweetheart, whoever. And at his own desk, this is what he is. He's a hermit. Introspection, religious, spiritual, all these types of, but he's got his eyes set on someone, and he doesn't mind, being home alone, and just in remembrance of this person that he cares about. That's very sweet. And then you got Temperance, having people around you who can help you, heal you, kind of listen to you. And look, it's got this barmaid looking woman who's pouring the cups in the form of Temperance. Speaking to balance, doesn't look so bad there. And then a new, fresh, clean start with the Fool card. Alright, so let's pull a Romance Angels card. This is for Valentine's Day for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. For February 14th, please. Can we get one card for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2019. I will take that. On the bottom, retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. The one on top, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Beautiful. So put this here, put this here. On this bottom, retreat. It says, I just opened right to it. This card signals that you've already met the person you romantically seek. Perhaps you're already in a relationship with him or her. The romance angel sent you this card because it seems you're not recognizing or enjoying the full potential of this person and relationship. Sometimes you may overlook someone who's meant for you because you have a different idea of what your partner should look or act like. Take a moment to consider who this might be. The first person to come to mind is probably the one. Next, invite the romance angels into your dreams as you're going to bed. Ask them to give you very clear information about your romantic partner, either in your present relationship or a future one. During sleep, you're more open to angelic guidance. When you awaken, you may not remember your dreams, but you will have a clearer sense of romance and partnership. Take any action you feel called to based on your inner guidance, even if it seems unrelated to your love life. Trust that the angels are leading you toward the one you desire. Beautiful. So that's your reading, and that's a beautiful reading, Cancer. Just to recap, it's saying you've already met the person. It could be the one. It doesn't mean it has to be the one, but it's saying that you've already met the person, the type of person that you're kind of looking for, right? It's saying that you're currently mourning a situation that's ended. You're not over it yet. It was karmically done and finished, okay? It feels like also with the High Priestess, in the conscious day-to-day, you already know who it is and what you're doing. There's great commitment here and great responsibilities. Okay, like these are both committed cards, King of Pentacles and Ten of Pentacles together. That's the full completion of the, you know, family, marriage, children, all that kind of thing. And that's all both as a challenge as the underlying issue, as the subconscious here. You're very passionate right now about somebody, and they're reciprocating, right? It looks also, both of you actually, okay? Because there's roses on the lap and there's roses in her hand, and he's got roses behind his back. At the same time, there's women who are keeping an eye on him. So it looks like both of you have people who are interested in you aside from each other. And then you've got Ace of Wands here. You're very passionate about this person. Looks like it's going to connect, okay, for Valentine's. Looks like it's going to happen. Because around you, you got Six of Wands. This card of victory, liberation. You weren't meant to be in a cage, right? Hopes and fears. You got this Four of Cups. You don't want to be bored. You don't want them to be bored. You don't want to miss out on an opportunity, and you don't want them to not see your cup, because they're still hiding behind a mask as well, okay? Because they're not ready. Then at the end, you've got the Tower moment. Now, the Tower moment is just saying this is fate. If it gets effed up because of ambition or irrational behavior, because when you're speaking about Ten of Pentacles and King of Pentacles energy, this is serious people, big people, not children, you know, not teenagers, not tweens. This is not something that you want to just frivolously play around with. So if it's fair and above board, the Tower is a good thing, where it's going to break down an old way of being that no longer serves you. If you're approaching this situation from ego, ambition, trying to act like a player, being irrational, any types of things like this, it's going to be a big shit show, catastrophe. It's going to be done. Because as I said before, both of you have people who are interested in you, right? So This could be the one on the bottom, and then there's retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. This speaks to honeymoons, if you're married. If you're single, it speaks to going on a vacation. If you're dating, saying you could get married, all these types of things. Okay, I'll read retreat real quick. It's not that long. The romance angels see that your love life blossoms as you spend time alone with your partner or by yourself. It appears that you've become confused or conflicted by other people's advice. It's time for you to disconnect so that you can better hear your own feelings and opinions. If you are in a partnership, spending time together apart from others will renew your commitment and take it to the next level. This could mean taking a vacation, going on a nature hike, enjoying a long drive, or turning off the phones and computer as you both enjoy a quiet afternoon at home. The painting on this card also indicates a honeymoon, which could be the literal message, so there may be a deepening of commitment or a new serious relationship if you're currently single. This card may indicate an upcoming engagement, wedding, or renewal of vows. These activities are more meaningful as you spend time alone with your partner. If you're presently single, this card guides you to spend time by yourself, meditating upon your true feelings and thoughts. Be sure to take action based on any intuitive guidance. This strengthens your energy, which helps you rapidly attract and manifest your loving partner. Alright, so that was your reading, Cancer. Hope you enjoyed it. Please tune in again for your next weekly love reading and your general readings all coming up. And check out your February love readings as well if you haven't, and your February general reading that I already have posted, and your February weekly love reading that I already have posted. So, talk to you guys soon. Take care. Thank you. Bye.